Hey everybody, I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. You know, it's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. You can stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, our first guest is a two-time Grammy Award winner, and he's in the house. He's getting ready to do his thing. I know all about him. We did the research. And he's a world-renowned musician who performed with the musical pioneers and is a musical pioneer himself. He's on the drums. Watch out. We sit down with him today to highlight his upcoming projects and to share some insight on his journey into the music industry. Please welcome to the show, Will Calhoun in the building. Will, welcome.
Great, thank you. Nice to be here, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah,
I
man.
heard you get busy on the drums. I was watching this little kid, I think it was on Instagram, and he went viral. He was like, it was a little kid. He was just tearing it up. So I sent it around to some of my drummer friends. I'm gonna send you a copy of that too if you didn't see it.
Yeah.
So tell us, they always ask you how you got started in the business and how did it all work out for you and what was the thought behind it? Did you think that you were gonna become a drummer or
Never.
a musician?
Never. The Bronx made me a musician.
The Boogie Down
Boogie Down
BX,
Bronx.
all right.
My older brother played drums. A
Yeah.
great musician named Steve Jordan, drummer and producer, lived around the corner from me,
Yeah.
as did the great Ray Chu.
Oh yeah.
So we were all in the same neighborhood. Our parents kind of had us all in the same music programs, and that was my example. And I followed. They were all my big brothers, and I followed them, and they made it very possible for me to be where I'm sitting today.
Yeah.
So it just came right from the neighborhood.
Yeah, you know, the more people that I talk to, the more I find out that we have a whole lot in common. You mentioned Ray Chu. I've worked
Yes.
with him at the world famous Apollo Theater.
Okay.
And we had something that happened. We brought this. I'm gonna do this briefly because I want to talk more about you. But we brought this guy on. He wanted to be like hidey ho. He came up and did that, and he got booed off the stage. So he ran up the aisle and came back around the other side and got on stage, and we did like a big. I said, "Why did you want to do something like that?" And come to find out that he was planted there by the Arsenio Hall show. So we wound up being on the Arsenio Hall show and everything. So the Apollo Theater in Harlem Week, they're trying to put something together. The Uptown Chamber, they're trying to put something together and just document all of this history.
Wow,
But
beautiful
yeah,
thing.
so Ray Chu.
His backyard faced my backyard.
Yeah.
My parents are very close, so
And you always heard him playing.
he was on the set at a very young age. He already had it.
And they always heard you playing too.
Yeah, they heard me playing as well. Exactly. Yes, that's true. So
Now, I heard you telling a little story about how you had to tell your neighbors that, hey man, I'm on the drums, so I want to let you know so you won't call the cops on me.
yeah, respectfully, let them know, and then moved in. I'm still in the same neighborhood I grew up in, and I went to my neighbors and let them know I'm a drummer. And I don't plan on padding up my place or something. I just figured I'd be honest with them.
Right.
And took a bottle of wine and a business card, and basically said, "This is my name. This wine is for you. If things get too loud, you hear something you don't like or see something you don't like, call that number. It'll stop in 10
You
seconds."
left one thing out. But don't,
I did.
but you invited them over.
I invited
You
them
said,
over.
Hey man, you come over.
The
this is what I
barbecues,
do."
they can come over and eat in the backyard. Whenever my friends came over, it was all love.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
So from there to now, are you touring around? You were in some movies. You were in a number of things.
I'm COVID obviously put a bit of
Yeah.
a change on a few things, but
Uh-huh.
Play Drums with Living Color,
Yeah.
it's the rock band, Living Color, and we're back kind of on the road, getting started again. My jazz quintet's playing around a bit as well
Yeah.
too. So things are starting to come back into play. We did Rock in Rio. We talked about Brazil earlier, so we played Rock in Rio, which is nice, and we are playing at the end of this month, actually tonight, Halloween night at the City Winery.
All right.
So we're back in the mix and we're doing that, and things are starting to move. And I have some art projects. I'm a visual artist.
Yeah.
My pieces are at the MoMath Museum downtown. You can go down and check those out. Or look at willcalhounart.com.
That's real
And I have
cool.
some visual art that deals with drumming and lights and movement. And I perform kind of a solo drum piece along with the visual art. So I'm mixing it up, man.
Let's take a look at you in action.
Okay.
Let's go to the videotape. saw you. Welcome back with the great Will Calhoun. You know, he's been everywhere, and we'll let you know more about him. And I thank you guys. I thank you for coming in and sitting down with me and experiencing your wonderful experience. Now, last month we lost a great.
Yes.
Farrah Saunders. She's a great American jazz saxophonist, composer, and a band leader. Talk about your experience with her.
Farrah, of course, was very good friends with John Coltrane as well. So there's that history there. But Farrah was someone who, as a band leader and a jazz legend, allowed me to bring my own personality to his music. He was the first, him and Bobby Watson, but Farrah really was the first jazz musician who allowed me to be kind of Will Calhoun in his band, because I like to bring in different things from the Caribbean, from West Africa, from the Bronx.
Yeah.
All these kind of mix it all in there, the flavors, and he had no problem with me doing that. So it was an honor to work with Farrah. He gave me really great advice in my career, and we all miss him dearly, but you know, his classic song, The Creator Has a Master Plan, is something that we play in our shows to end the set every night to remind the audience of how important this man was to the world.
Yeah, yeah. So not only him, who were some of the other people that you that inspired you, who helped move you in this direction?
Wow. Well, I mentioned Steve Jordan, certainly Wayne Shorter. Yeah. My first professional gig at age 19 was with Harry Belafonte.
Whoa, yeah.
And Harry was somebody who pretty much brought me into the business, but gave me the most incredible sound advice, which I still use today.
What did he tell you? And how did he say it? Because you know Harry.
He gave it to me with the side eye. Sign your own checks, first of all.
Yeah.
Make sure you're in control of your own money. Don't be concerned with being on top. Be in the mix.
Yeah.
On top, sometimes you become too much of a target. And he definitely stressed to do what I love. Like, make that a priority. If you love playing music or whatever style of music, do that, because you don't want it to turn out to be a little bit sideways. So him and B.B. King gave me sound advice. B.B. also told me, young man, be true to your art, because you never want to have to tell a lie and it becomes a hit. Then you have to lie for the rest of your life. So B.B. and Harry gave me the bookend elders advice. So
did they give you some financial advice also?
Harry definitely did, and gave me recommendations to people to speak to.
Yeah.
Live in Color, at that time we were just starting out, but as the band took off and we won Grammys, I reached back out to Harry. He was always open to, hey man, call this guy. Are you okay with this? Taxes, investments, and so on. He was very open to share information.
Make sure you had that clean, because those tax people come after you.
Oh yeah, they wait for all the smoke to go away, and then there they are knocking on the door.
You know that's
taking your car.
Now, now, did you keep your money under your drums like Aretha Franklin? She kept hers under the piano, and when she was singing, she had that connection with the crowd and her money.
I kept it close.
I love her. She's a
I kept it
person.
close. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And Aretha had reasons to do that, and you know, I think there's something to say about her and Chuck Berry, who were interested in getting paid first and knowing that the cash was there, and then going on stage, because you know it's a business where you can easily be taken advantage of.
Yeah, I've hosted plenty of shows where there was a pause. Nobody wanted to come on stage until they were straightened out. Colonel Abrams, I mean, a lot of people, you know, that I've hosted for in the past.
You can't get it when the show's over.
No, you can't. And I remember somebody sitting out in the car, they owed her another $1,000. They paid her like, I think it was about $25,000, $26,000 at that time, and they owed her another $1,000. She did not go on until they gave her that money.
If you work at any other business, right, computer company, car company, law firm, you do your work, you put your time in, you clock your hours, you get paid. You don't do 20 hours of lawyer work and get paid for 15.
Exactly.
It's no different than any other job.
So you have a lot of stuff under your belt. Where do we find you? Are you, where do you find
I'm at Instagram, Will Calhoun Drum.
Yeah. I'm
online at willcalhoun.com and liveincolor.com. Twitter is Will Calhoun Drum as well, too. So you can find me in the, you know, and you can Google me and get some legal information.
And we have the other studio right here. We have more time. We need a longer show because we want to put you on the drums over there and let you get busy.
Well, let's do that next time.
And I'll pick up a bass and maybe I'll just follow.
You left that part out, man. Dr. Lee, come on, man. Let's go. We could have done that today.
Jeff Fox
pleasure.
is still trying to get me on that bass. He handed it to me during the New York City Marathon 2 years ago. He said, just keep the G note going. I said, wait, I play the air bass. I don't play a real bass. And here we go.
Here you go. Well, look, I have to give my props to you. I've been a great fan of yours all of these years, so it's nice to be on the show with you and get the interview. And congrats to the books and everything that you're doing and putting the information out there.
And to your first book, I heard, Birdie told me.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Will
you,
Calhoun, musician, Living Color and Blackstone Raiders. Thank you. Thanks.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much.
See you soon.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
We'll take a quick break right here. We'll come back and give you a whole lot more. Open next.